laugh now, but your strength means nothing. I am not afraid of you.
Foolish child, you entertain me.
Long before David became the famous king of Israel, he was just a young shepherd boy from Bethlehem, the youngest son of a man named Jesse. Jesse had 8 sons, and David, small, cheerful, and full of courage, spent most of his days tending sheep on the hillsides, playing his harp, and protecting the flock from wild animals. Though he was young, God was already shaping his heart for greatness. During this time, Israel found itself in constant conflict with the Philistines, a powerful enemy from the coastal plains. One season, the Philistines gathered their forces for war and camped in a place called Soko, while the Israelites, led by King Saul, set up their camp on the opposite hill. Between them lay a valley known as the Valley of Elah. The two armies faced each other daily, shouting war cries, but neither side advancing. The standoff seemed endless, until the Philistines introduced a terrifying strategy. From the Philistine camp came a warrior so massive and frightening that his appearance alone brought fear to every soldier of Israel. His name was Goliath of Gath. Goliath was no ordinary man. He was a giant, standing over 9 feet tall. His armor was made of heavy bronze that weighed as much as a grown man. His spear was so large that the wooden shaft was as thick as a weaver's beam, and the iron spearhead weighed about 15 pounds by itself. A shield bearer walked ahead of him, making the image even more intimidating. Every morning and evening, Goliath stepped forward and shouted his challenge, "Choose a man to fight me. If he defeats me, we will become your servants. But if I defeat him, you will serve us." His voice echoed across the valley like thunder, but no Israelite soldier dared to step forward. Even King Saul, who was himself tall and strong, was terrified. For 40 days, Goliath mocked Israel, insulted God, and struck fear into every heart. Back in Bethlehem, Jesse grew worried about his 3 oldest sons, Eliab, Abinadab, and Shammah, who were serving in Saul's army. He decided to send David to check on them and to deliver food to the soldiers. David set out early in the morning, leaving the sheep with a caretaker, and traveled to the battlefield. When he arrived, the army was forming ranks and shouting their battle cry. As David greeted his brothers, Goliath stepped forward again and shouted his usual insults and challenge. David heard him, and something stirred in the young shepherd's heart. While the soldiers trembled, David's eyes narrowed with righteous anger. David asked the soldiers, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should challenge the armies of the living God?" The soldiers tried to quiet him, reminding him of the fear Goliath inspired. But David kept asking questions, and eventually, his words reached King Saul. Saul sent for him. When David appeared before the king, he was still just a youth, ruddy, handsome, and small compared to the warriors around him. Saul was surprised. David said confidently, "Let no one lose heart because of this Philistine. I will go and fight him." Saul stared at him, hardly believing what he heard. "You are only a boy," Saul said. "He has been a warrior since his youth." But David insisted. He told Saul about how he had fought lions and bears while protecting his father's sheep. "The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine." Saul, seeing that David's confidence came from faith, finally agreed. He offered David his own royal armor, helmet, and sword. But when David tried walking in them, he stopped. He wasn't used to such heavy equipment. "I cannot go in this," David said. "I am not used to it." So he removed the armor and chose instead the tools he knew best: his shepherd's staff, his sling, and 5 smooth stones he picked from a nearby stream. David walked into the valley where Goliath waited. When the giant saw him, he laughed loudly. "Am I a dog, that you come at me with sticks?" Goliath roared. He cursed David by the names of his gods and thundered, "Come here, and I will give your flesh to the birds and wild animals." But David did not flinch. Instead, he replied with powerful words that echoed across the battlefield. "You come against me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. Today the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel." As Goliath moved forward to attack, David ran quickly toward him. From his pouch, he drew one of the stones, placed it in his sling, and swung it with skill and speed. The stone flew through the air and struck Goliath squarely on the forehead, the one place not covered by armor. The force drove the stone deep into the giant's head. Goliath staggered, then fell face down on the ground with a thunderous crash. The giant was dead. David ran forward, took Goliath's own massive sword, and cut off his head, proof that the Lord had given Israel the victory. When the Philistines saw their champion dead, they turned and fled in panic. The Israelites shouted and charged after them, chasing them far into their territory. That day, Israel won a great victory, all because a young shepherd dared to trust in God. David was brought before King Saul again, and Saul asked who his family was. David's courage that day changed his life forever. He soon became a commander in the army, a close friend to Saul's son Jonathan, and a hero among the people. The story of David and Goliath became a symbol for generations, a reminder that with faith, courage, and God's help, even the smallest person can defeat the biggest enemy.